gun-toting patriot, God-fearing patriot. Bryson, why they mad? Cause I'm real and they be faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun-toting, Bible reading, God believing, truth speaking American. This MAGA season, Democrats committing treason. I know they think it's sweet, but you don't know who you dealing with. This for free thinkers only. You ain't got no membership. They free General Flynn out the cage, cause he innocent. Martin Roger Stone, cause the run know that he innocent. We need to kick out every single illegal immigrant. Mandatory voter ID laws we need to implement. Tell Justice Smollett that I know this MAGA country. Tell China we know they.
Hello, everybody. Let me know who is watching, who is in the chat. I just set everything up, and I just noticed that my headphones, only I could hear through one ear, and the freaking jack to this thing is twisted. So I hope that my headphones survive this night, because I don't have any other headphones that I can find right now. You already know there's always something going on with me when I'm trying to stream. Like, I had all day to prepare, and I still come over here with problems. So sorry, guys. I'm gonna check the comments. I'm so excited to do this review, and I hope that King Tony can join me, because I've been waiting this entire time to watch the movie, order the movie. We watched it again on Discord for movie night, and I'm like, I want everybody to have the chance to watch this movie. It's such a great movie. I love it. So that we can do the review today. So I hope that if you have already seen this movie, or if you saw it with us on Discord, that you will be able to join me tonight in one way or another, if it's in the chat, or maybe you can join the stream with me. You don't have to show your face, but at least you can give me your thoughts in the voice, the voice section. Because I want to know everything. I want to know, like, all of your opinions about this movie. It is like the best movie that I have ever seen. So I'm going to say hi to everybody in the chat. Hello, Jeff. He says, this is one of my favorite movies. Yeah, it's really good. And I can't believe that this came out in 1988. So this was really ahead of its time. Or maybe I was thinking, have they always been telling us the truth? Like, I don't know. I don't want to think about it, because then it gets too scary. All right, everybody. You will see the link at the top of my chat if you want to join me here on the stage. The Real Love, hello. Yeah. Jeff, yo, if you are in the chat, tell me everything about this movie in your perspective. I want to know everything. And it kind of sucks that I'm trying to call Tony and she's not picking up, send her a million messages. So I really hope that she can join me tonight, because I wanted to say this with her so it can be more conversational instead of me just giving all of my opinions. I wanted to know, like, what she thought about it, because we saw this together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did a whole movie night on Discord and everything. Hi, San Diego. If you saw the movie, let me know. Let me know. Hi, Jenny. Yes, Happy New Year's Eve. So this is going to be a long night, because I was like, Tuesday is New Year's Eve. I need to do the movie review. I can't let this go on for too long, because we just saw it. And then my political corner at 9 p.m. So we're going to do that stream. And then the New Year's Eve Apostathon. Oh, who do I have here? Hi, Jeff.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, even though my headphones are a little messed up, but I can. How are you?
I'm like at work, so I'm going to be jumping in and out the screen, but hey, this is my movie, so I got to jump in.
Awesome. Yes. Okay, so go ahead. Tell me everything about your perspective about the movie They Live. Go ahead. Let me know.
The first time I saw it, I remember I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old, and I watched it on a free HBO. Back in the day when they did like free HBO. That's how old I am. But it was just cool. But what's interesting with me is, like, I went back to watch it more as an adult again, because I'm thinking about it. And there's certain movies, especially being like NJW or whatever, that are like weirdly familiar. Like, there's certain things that you watch in it, and it's like there's something about it that you relate to. I don't know what it is. It's comfortable. And that was one of the first movies I had that experience with.
Okay, yeah. Wow. And you were that young and you felt like it was you related to it?
Like, no, at like 10 years old, 9 years old, it was cool. But, then I go back and watch it again in my teens. And that's when it's like, wow, there's something in here that just feels familiar. And then later on in adulthood, too, like I keep thinking about it, going back and watching it. And the more times I watched it, the more familiar it felt.
Okay, yeah. All right. I get you. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it for the first time about a week ago, and then I did a movie night with everybody on Discord. And we all agreed, like me and my cousin, that it felt a little too quick. Like it was a short movie. And then like the majority of the movie was the fight scene between
Yeah.
the white guy and the black guy, like the main characters. King Tony!
Hi. Happy New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year, everybody!
Oh man. I'm sorry, I just hopped on.
That's okay. Jeff hopped on. He said he's gonna come in and out because he's at work right now. But this is one of his favorite movies, so I'm glad that he's here giving his perspective.
Oh really?
Yeah. So he said he first saw it when he was super young, like 8 or 9, 10 years old,
Wow.
and then later on, and it was very like relatable with like some Watchtower stuff. I think that's what I heard because my headphones are effed up right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to listen as hard as I can. Go ahead, Jeff. Let us know any more thoughts about the movie.
Yeah, so I mean, like I would do, if you go back, if you do research on it, it's really, really interesting. Like it's supposed to be like a social commentary. But I said what really, really got me when I was looking at it when I was a little bit older was just how when he put the glasses on, and suddenly you start seeing things that are like behind the scenes. And like that's the part. It was cool when I was a kid, but when you get older, you're like, at least to me, as far as being in Watchtower, going to the meetings, it's like there's something in there. I don't know what it is, but there's something about that specific that's just familiar.
It was literally, the signs were literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, the street signs, the billboards, the names of the stores.
Which is media, though, if you realize that's the media. Everything that he was looking at was media.
Mm-hmm. That was crazy.
And that they'll have those stickers with Andre the Giant, I think it is, and then underneath it says "Obey." If you see those stickers, it comes from that movie.
Oh, what? I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Sometimes you'll have to find a way to send it, but
Mm-hmm.
because it's like a red, like a bumper sticker almost. It's
Oh,
a red,
okay.
a white lettering that says "Obey," and it came from that movie.
Oh, okay, got you.
San Diego says, I started laughing when they broke the rear window, an intense fight. Then, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, LOL. Yeah, I love the fight scene. I don't know why, but I love it. I was
Very
dying
classic.
laughing the entire time. And then when they were done fighting, all the chichongs they had on their face, I was screaming. I was dying.
It lasted a day.
Yeah, but you know what? That was one of the things that I wanted to tell you, King Tony. That fight really symbolized a lot that we are seeing here, especially because both of the characters were black and white. We see these race wars happening today. They want the people, the humans, fighting against each other all the time. And you saw how long they fighted, and you were feeling like, damn, how long is it gonna last? That's how I kind of feel with like, damn, how long are these like stupid fights gonna last between us when we should be unifying together against the mainstream?
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna switch headphones.
Okay. So Jeff, you want to tell me a little bit about yourself? I'm Tony.
Oh yeah, well I'm Jeff.
Okay, we're good now.
I grew up going to the camp. I grew up as a witness, and now I only got out maybe about 3 years ago.
Okay. Congratulations.
Quite a story by itself. But yeah, right now I'm in New Mexico, living a very quiet, simple life. Um, where else have I lived? I grew up in upstate New York. I lived in New York City for a while. I lived in Denver,
Wow.
Virginia. But when I moved to New Mexico, it's right around the time that I woke up.
Wow, New
So
Mexico.
that's my very brief.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was also raised in the truth. And I would say
In the cult.
oh my God. Oh,
Dang,
Jesus.
bro.
I'm sorry. It's just that's ingrained in me. In the cult. Pardon me. Oh Lord, we are not starting the new year this way.
I got you. That's why I'm here. Go ahead. Continue what you were saying.
And I would say maybe about like 2 years. Keiko started too. I did
Mhm.
like officially woke it up like out.
Awake. Like this is a lie. That's
Yeah.
when you put the sunglasses on. Finally, we were fighting. We
Yeah.
were fighting. And you finally put the damn glasses on, and you could see what I see. And that's what this movie really represented. It was like he was fighting with that man. Like if you would just put the damn glasses on, you
Yeah,
would see
that was
what
me
I'm
and
talking
you.
about.
You
Oh
know
my
what?
God.
Mr. M, one of my favorite trolls. He says, "I love this movie. Who is wearing glasses?" Yeah.
And then this is not like a trivia thing, but I don't know if you watch South Park,
Oh,
but
yeah, I've heard of it, maybe watched one episode or parts, but like yeah.
they reenacted that scene in one of the episodes.
Stop. Now
What
we gotta
was the
look
show
it
called? What
up.
was it called?
South Park.
South
Yeah.
Park?
No, we gotta
Oh,
look it up.
I've never seen that show.
Okay.
It's an adult comedy.
Right. Okay. So I'll look that up and I'll look into it. But yeah, that was amazing for me. And then once he put the glasses on, it was immediate. It was like
Yeah.
no question, no doubt. Once he saw who they really were, like I mean, what were they? Were they aliens or were they like reptiles?
They were aliens.
Okay, they were
Because
aliens.
Because at the end, I mean, I can do the whole spoiler thing because I mean, I'm assuming people watched it if they're watching this.
I mean,
So
most of us have, so go ahead.
at the end, when they went to this quick take with the antenna, that satellite dish at the end, that's because they were beaming back the signals to the aliens or whatever.
Right.
No, yeah,
Okay.
but they made them look like reptiles.
Yeah, that was intentional. If you watch like the director give commentary, they were supposed to look like insects.
Interesting. We should look that up. The director commentary of the movie.
Okay, yeah. And
Interviews or
I'm
nothing.
gonna play the trailer just for people in the future if you haven't seen it already, because most of us did. That's the whole point of the stream.
I wish it was
to do a
longer.
review. Yeah, I told him that my cousin
It was
said
very
it was
short.
really
Like
short.
when it
Yeah.
ended, I was like, "What? This is the end? Not even a
Yeah.
part 2?"
Because that's when the action started. He was blowing them up. And I was like, oh my goodness, this guy is going to get arrested for killing
Right.
people, but they're not really people. Like, how do you prove that those people are not really people without the glasses, right?
It was interesting how they disappeared on the spot, though, with the watch.
Yeah. Right. But you see, that's why they were trying to get to the signal, because the signal
Yeah.
was keeping them blinded. As soon as the signal was off, it was like the veil is off. You're awake.
Yeah.
You can't unsee it. And that's when they were spotting all of these aliens.
But
and
I
then,
don't know if they got it. Did they get it?
yeah, he got it. What you mean at the end?
Yeah,
shot
but they ended up getting him. So like, how do we know if like it worked? Like I don't know. I hate when the movie leaves you like that, because you can't tell me that was the only antenna.
Yeah, they controlled the whole world with that. That was the point. Every television was putting out that signal. They said even when the device is turned off, the signal was going to your brain. So it doesn't really matter. As long as you had technology in your house, you was at risk.
Oh my God.
Because the signal was there. But on top of that, they had all the mainstream media, the magazines, the billboards, and everything that was keeping people distracted. So it was layers of distraction.
What about the guy that he looked like the homeless guy from the beginning that was telling people to turn the TV off, and then he ended up being the guy in the tuxedo?
Yeah.
At the end, the one that welcomes them in, gives them the tour at the end. He's in a tuxedo. That was the guy in the beginning that was yelling, "Oh, turn that off!" And he looked like a homeless person with a hat. That was him.
Those are the same people?
Yeah, that was him.
No way.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Oh my goodness. Am I retarded or something? I didn't recognize
You
him.
didn't recognize it. That was the point, I guess.
What? You see, this is why we gotta do reviews, because I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I must be
So
dumb
he
or
was
something.
in on it. He was in on it.
So, but that's a real human, right? He's a sellout, because that's what he was saying.
Right.
Everybody sells
Yeah,
out once in a while.
he was trying to recruit other humans. Like, look, we have no choice. They're bigger than us. So like, let's just go along with it. And he's like, no, are you crazy?
Right. Okay, so I didn't get that. I didn't catch that. little
Yeah.
detail. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I love Mr. M in the chat. He's hilarious. I agree with Mr. M, on these things. It's like so much messaging, but at the same time, doesn't it make you think that the same people, same organizations that are putting these movies out for us, that we say, oh yeah, they're telling us the truth in plain sight, but
Mhm.
aren't they the same people who created all that propaganda to begin with? So how can the same people, like you were telling me, Tony, earlier, how can the same people who are supposedly giving you truth were the exact same people that brought the whole thing down and were deceiving you to begin with? So it's like, how do you trust that? That is so weird for me to like put around
And
my head.
that's hard. Yeah. That's what makes it hard. You become paranoid, and it's hard not to get paranoid.
Or you become you can't untrustworthy, like you can't trust anything, like just like 0% on everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we could get like that, because then when the truth does come around, we won't be able to see it. You see what I'm saying? Like I told you before, 50-50, like I told you, I believe in it 50%. I don't, because it's like, at least we have that 50% of the truth being given to us, even though we know that it's going to be muddy or dirty or not 100% transparency. But I got to take what I can get. And then the other 50%, I just have to put faith in whatever I'm doing. And in the search for truth. Because it's not as easy as putting on a pair of sunglasses like it was for them.
We need some contact lenses.
I wish. No, you know what got? Oh, hi, John Marciano. You know what got me was the chick, yo. When he what's the
I knew she was bad from the beginning.
Yo.
Yeah.
And I hate when they use like the most prettiest actress, the most prettiest, girl in the movie to be like the lead, because it's like, dude, come on. She looked like the Fed.
She said that she worked there. You're telling me you're gonna work there and not know?
That he's dumb. That's dumb on his part, because he should have known better. He should have known better. And why he's carjacking her out of all people? You know what? Like that kind of got me. Like.
Yeah, and then when she popped up at the hideout, all of a sudden, like, where did she come from? She definitely followed him. Why is she following him?
No, I think no.
And then the cops came out of nowhere, literally like a minute or two after she arrived.
Hi,
they got busted.
I think Jeff was trying to say something. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah.
This movie.
What?
How many times have you seen this movie?
Oh, once.
I saw it twice.
Oh, no, I saw it twice. Once, and then I saw it with Ruby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. No. He carjacks the chick, right? And she works at the TV station, dude. Like, what sense does that make? So that's dumb on his part, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, the way she clocked him, I was dead. I was on the floor. I was rolling. And I thought he did die. I thought he was dead.
No, that's pretty high. I didn't even know the houses are being built that way. There was like nothing there but the poles.
Wasn't it
It was
like
like
in
it was like
LA?
on a mountain.
Yeah, get a
But
nice
that looks
place.
like the West Coast, though. Like
Yeah,
it was
that was
really.
Los Angeles. No,
I think so. I think it was
I
somewhere
think
over
it
there.
was.
I think it was
Should have known.
somewhere over there.
She did not have the kind of job to live in a place like that.
Yep. Mr. M
Nah,
says
they
she
need
is
to.
part of the
They need
club.
to. They need to remake it or do a part 2 or something.
I love it the way it is, actually. It gives us everything we need to know within an hour and a few minutes because she was the representation of like a Fed infiltration. They infiltrate into these movements.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's good or bad, they have infiltration, and we just have to accept that fact. And that the government is
Yeah,
always
but it
watching
was
us.
interesting. The guy said, "As long as we have money, what does it matter?" And that was crazy because it's all about money for them.
It
They don't
is.
care if their whole life is being taken over. They're being controlled. They don't care about none of that. They're like, "We got money. We're
But
rich."
he ain't lying though. So let's just acknowledge, even though it sounds bad, he ain't lying though.
That's crazy.
And that's what those wrong virtues get you,
The
being a
Bible says
sellout,
money is
selfish.
the root of all evil.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. He didn't lie. He told the truth. That is true.
But
People
that's
are gonna
how
sell out. You get money.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
It's the truth. Now, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to sell out?
Yeah, but you're giving out your own people, humanity. That's crazy.
Since the beginning of time, people have been doing this. Governments have been doing this. Monarchies have been doing this to their own people. What makes you think even the lowliest of the lowliest would do it? I mean, isn't that what Satan said in the Bible, especially when he was talking about Job? He said, take everything away from him and watch him basically sell out. Watch him denounce you because he's only doing this because you give him everything. It's kind of like the same idea in my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, tell anybody on the street right now, I'll make you rich, I'll make you famous, everything. All you gotta do is X, Y, and Z. They probably would sell out because they got no backbone. They got no what's it called? Morals. They got no morals. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not gonna. That's just my opinion. I don't know how you feel about that. Jenny says, good point, Jeff. She didn't have a job to live in that house, but as a sellout, the bad people gave her the money to take care of them, as what was said at that party. Oh, I thought she did work at the news station.
She did, but she's basically saying that they're the ones that supported her, basically.
Oh, because she wouldn't be able to afford all that on her own salary.
Right.
Oh, yeah, just like our politicians, right? They're freaking millionaires when there's only supposed to be getting like $100,000 a year. You see the parallels that we can, like, there's so many parallels that we can make to this movie, which is why I think it's the best movie of all time. New World Order. Yep. Okay, he had to jump off to finish, but he's still watching. Okay, awesome, Jeff. Thanks for coming on, because I love, like, this came out in 1988. This was before we were even thought of. We weren't even born. Our parents were not even together at this time. So this is crazy that we're talking about a movie that is before us. Way before us.
Yeah, it was a good movie. And it's crazy. I haven't seen it or heard of it before. So now. Because
really,
I mean, I feel like my dad has shown us a lot of movies. I mean, we watched a lot. So
right, we're big. We're a big movie people, and that's why I told everybody on Discord, I do a movie night every night. And I binge watch movies. I see part 1, 2, and 3 in one night. So yeah, if you guys want to join us on Discord, I'll put the link, so you guys can be with us. But yeah, that was crazy. Oh, so she's basically a Fed. She infiltrated the group because she needs to keep tabs on everybody. Yeah. That's how she got to the meeting. She knew where the meeting was going to be at, but she made him believe that, I put the glasses on and I agree with you. I saw what you saw.
She already knew.
So yeah, she already saw.
Mm-hmm.
John says the glasses and subliminal messages is the key on They Live film. Yeah, especially on the television. I was like, yo, the television is really demonic. Like, if you leave the TV on all day long, watching those mind melting shows, like she made it to the meeting. Yeah.
She was stalking them.
Yeah. And I felt so bad that she shot the black guy, man. He didn't deserve that, Bendito. Like, he was.
Yeah.
I felt so bad. And she shot him too, right? Or somebody. They both got shot.
Yeah, she was at the top. She was at the top with him. Yeah.
Yeah. The red pill is the glasses in the Matrix. Exactly. You see, the Matrix is another movie.
I have not seen the last Matrix.
The new one, right? With Jada Pinkett Smith.
It's with Keanu Reeves too, no?
Duh, he's the lead actor. What you talking about? But the new one though, it was with Jada Pinkett Smith. Did you see that one? I think that was like what, 2023, 2024?
Oh, that's the new one? I don't remember if she was in there. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen it because I heard it was bad.
What you mean, like whack?
Yeah, I didn't.
People said it was whack. Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want it to ruin it.
But you see, I don't consider things whack if it's like a continuation, because it's more informative than it is like blockbuster, like, you know, like fan base. It's more of like explaining whatever happened to the characters, like a continuation. So I would consider it like,
all right, we should do a Matrix
movie.
Yeah.
Movie marathon. We should do Matrix movie marathon. San Diego says the Poseidon 1972. They celebrate NYD, and then the rogue wave hits and capsizes the boat. What's NYD?
What's that?
Oh, San Diego, you're gonna have to let us know. Huh?
I haven't heard a peep out of her.
Hey, Jesse.
How you doing, King Tony?
Good. How you doing? Happy New Year or Happy New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? I'm here with the family and friends, and it's freezing. It's my wife, Lisa.
Hi. Nice to
you guys all the
meet
time. I
you.
just never show up.
It's 74
okay.
degrees. It's 74 degrees. So
and why you got that on your forehead?
It's freezing. It's freezing.
74 degrees is cold?
74 is freezing for Yuma.
People call us desert rats because we don't know how to be around the cold.
Look, it's so cold.
Wow. That's crazy.
I got one fire.
They got a fire going.
They really got a fire going at 74 degrees.
It's 71 degrees over here, and we're fine. It's not that cold.
Oh no, that's crazy.
It's freezing.
Okay,
we're getting a Saharan.
The representative.
Oh.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Ruby, let me introduce you to my sister-in-law. Oh, Michelle.
Yes, I remember her in the other stream.
Now she's from New Jersey, so you gotta talk slow.
She's
from the drone area. She's from the drone area. And they're
the drone area. Oh my god.
Wait, have you seen them?
No, there was a drone overhead right now, but I think it was the police department because they're launching big M80s, like M200s.
No, I got you.
Oh, okay.
Did you? Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Happy New Year's.
Gilbert hasn't come in?
No.
Because I think his computer broke. It got a virus.
Oh, man. No. They got him.
He was looking for love in all the wrong places.
They got him.
Mm-hmm. That'll happen.
Oh.
Hey, you know what? Did you see my name? You know what it has to do with They Live?
Oh, my God. I just, that's the actor. He was a wrestler.
Rowdy Piper. He was one
of
the
I don't know these fun facts. Sorry, guys.
The blonde guy, the one that was fighting, he was a wrestler. That's why he did so good in the wrestling scene, because he was a wrestler.
You gotta go to YouTube and watch those old wrestlers. We grew up in the 70s and 80s, and they brought rock and wrestling when MTV got mixed up with wrestling, rock and wrestling, and Cyndi Lauper, Rowdy Piper, Captain Lou Albano.
Nice.
So his name as the wrestler was Roddy Piper.
Yeah. He was a misogynist, racist. He was everything, bigoted. He hated everybody.
Oh my God.
Stop
It was
it.
just a beautiful gentleman. Everything you'd expect in a handsome
David.
American. Mhm.
Okay.
I hope Gilbert comes in. We're gonna have a lot of all my family members, all the conservatives, the Democrats are leaving our family. They don't wanna. They're avoiding us.
Oh.
You know, I had dinner with some Democrat family members, and they talked about everything. They talked about the drones, Christmas, anything, but not one mention of the election. Nothing. Isn't that crazy? It was like they live.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, are you guys close to New Year's Eve? Are you guys close to 12?
It is 8:30, and then I have I'm doing the movie review now. Then I'm gonna do another stream for the regular show, and then at 11 I was thinking of doing the apostathon so that we have an hour to talk about 2024, and then ring in the new year together like midnight.
Well, you know why this is a very special year for Jehovah's Witnesses?
Why?
Because this is the Jubilee year of 1975. 2025. 50 years since the failed prophecy of Watchtower, 1975. So it's going to be a great time. We get to make fun of them all year long.
Wow.
I wonder what they're going to say about that, because it's been 50 years since that failed prophecy.
Exactly. Jehovah turns 50.
What prophecy is this again?
The
That
1975.
the end of the world was going to come in 1975. The Watchtower said, sell your property, sell all your belongings, sell everything. And they did sell it. And then they lost their livelihoods, their savings, and literally everything in 1975. And then nothing happened. And they lost everything.
Hey, King Tony, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What was your favorite scene in the movie? What was your favorite scene?
In They Live?
Yeah.
I think my favorite part is when he first finds glasses and he puts it on.
Do you like the fight scene? Because most of the guys, they like the fight scene.
I love the fight scene. I think
That
it's
was my
old
favorite.
school. It kind of brought back memories and like
of Chuck Norris and all that.
Yeah.
And that's the longest Hollywood fight scene in film history.
I was wondering why they were putting so much emphasis on it, and it's true what Ruby says. It was for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's my opinion.
Because that fight was pretty
symbolic.
they got beat up.
Yeah.
Almost beating each other to death. Practically.
Yeah. They fought like the sisters fighting over the last ministerial servant on earth. I mean, they were gone. Can you imagine? Two pioneer sisters going for it. Last ministerial servant left on earth.
Yeah, it's disgusting what people be fighting over. And you see, they were fighting over sunglasses, bro. They almost killed each other over a pair of sunglasses.
But that just shows how stubborn a person can be. That's hard-headed.
Exactly.
Like, they don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see it.
I like that part where he goes into the bank and he puts on the glasses. That's scary.
Yo,
I thought he was gonna get caught in that scene. I said, "Oh, he's done." But then he walked out the back door and he got away.
Yeah.
I think it was just bold that he just started shooting. Because I mean, for me, if I find something out like that, I do not think I'm gonna be shooting. Like, I'm gonna be more prepared. Like, get a group of people, find others that
But that's why we're women, though. But okay, remember this. That's why we're women. That's what a woman would do, and that's why he's a man, and he's a real man at that, and he's a patriot because he took a gun and he was ending them quick.
And he was a misogynist. You forgot that. He's a misogynist.
I stop it.
Hey, you remember this year when Mike and Kim, they called me and Gilbert misogynist?
You keep saying that, but I haven't seen it. So I'm going to have to see. I don't know.
He called us misogynist and Jesus misogynist. Wow. So.
Who was this?
I'm going to have to find that out.
Mike and Kim. They were mad at us because, I don't know. I think they say we're toxic masculine, something like that.
Yeah, toxic masculinity.
Yeah, Gilbert tells me to tone it down. Yeah.
Sometimes he does.
He says I scare small children and pets.
No, you see, that's why on all of my videos I say no, it's not for kids. I always click the no, it's not for kids because we're gonna be wild on here.
Yeah, tricks are for kids, not your show. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm gonna tune out. I'll come back a little bit later. All my family's coming over.
All right.
Yes, thank you,
Happy New
Jesse.
Year.
Happy New Year.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Yeah, I love that. I love when people hop in, hop out. And we're going to be streaming from 8 p.m. to midnight, guys. We're going to keep the party going for as long as we can. And hopefully Linda James picks it up on the West Coast because we couldn't get anybody in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I hope she picks it up. Yeah, so we got 30 minutes left to talk about this movie before we go into the 9 o'clock XW Political Corner regular showtime. We're gonna get into it. We have a lot to unpack about political differences, and that is something that we're never gonna stop talking about. But you see how in the movie, after the whole fight scene, after you do fight with somebody, and they see the truth that you see how he didn't have to convince him. The glasses did it all. It's like once he made the decision to put it on, that was it. They were on the same side.
And there's no going back. Like you can't unsee it. Like, you know?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So
I think
that was important for me.
Seeing humans like also involved was crazy. Like they knew, and how long have they known? And then even I think they talked about the youth, how they looked as well. If I'm not mistaken, anyone in the comments, I could be wrong, but they looked better too. But it's all like
in the movie?
They were all dressed up.
Okay. Was there anything else that you noticed?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, try to think for a minute. I'm reading all of your comments, guys. Yeah, hopefully everybody can join us later.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what got me, that they had like I told you, the white character, the black main character, that to me represented the race in America. White people, black people, and how they were really fighting for a really long time. That's how I feel like America is sometimes. They always put these race like baiting us with a race, a white cop, black person, or black this, white. It's like they always want to do a thing like that, and it's like as if we have to choose sides. Like, why can't we just all be American? Why does it always have to be like a
yeah.
Like how I told you before, it's like, I'm this American, Hispanic, African, Asian, Caucasian. Like, they always got to put a thing before the American. Just say American. That's it.
Right.
The end of the day is our whole country.
Right.
And if you feel so alienated, then why are you still here? Because the day is gonna come where they're like the movie, and we have to band together. Are you gonna be able to do that? If you feel as if, I don't associate with whites or blacks or Hispanics or this or that, that's real division in my opinion. When you can't even unite on something as basic as your country.
I think it's crazy that still exists in this day.
Because the media wants to keep it alive.
Did you notice that they had tunnels?
Good one.
They also had tunnels, and like when they would disappear, they had a technology that was ahead of their time. Just like
yes.
So that was interesting. For 1988, was it 1989?
1988.
That watch made them disappear.
Exactly. And he said you could travel like that on Earth and to other worlds. Using that device, because they already had the portal in those tunnels that would send you to space.
Yeah.
Like easier travel. That's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
That they would say that. And then he says, like, where are we? And he says, we're backstage. Like, where do you mean where we are? We're backstage. When he said that, I was like, You already know that Jimmy always popped in my head.
You saw the Truman Show, right? We got to see that. We got to see the Truman Show.
Yes, I've seen the Truman Show.
Oh,
that was
it's
one
like
of the first movies.
It's like that. Oh my God. It's like backstage.
But he was in the show. The show was surrounding his life. This is the other way around. We're watching the show. We're watching it. We're not in it. Okay, the Truman Show, he was really in it.
Right.
And people were watching him. It was like everything revolved around his life.
No, but it's not. They focused on him because he's the character. But in general, they're watching everybody. And whoever woke up like him, they were on them just like him. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he wasn't the only one. But because it's called The Truman Show, it shows in that movie that they use television as well as other social media platforms to spread this message, to keep people asleep.
Exactly. But in the very beginning, there was I don't know if it was a billboard or was it the graffiti where it said, "They live, we sleep."
Yeah.
And
then it kept saying, "Stay asleep, obey."
Yeah, because that's what you do when you're sleeping. You just obey, you just consume, you get your hair done, your nails done, all these distractions.
Hello, the freaking police officers that came, they were all aliens.
Hi, Jennifer. Not all the police. There were some humans. And in the meeting, don't forget that the guy says that a lot of people are, that even the police were conditioned to believe, they were brainwashed, basically.
Yeah.
The humans were brainwashed to believe that these people were communist. And communism was a really big thing back then that people were afraid of.
Okay.
I mean, these old heads in the chat could tell me because we didn't live during that time. But communism was a really big thing, and so the people were looking for commies. We should bring that back, actually. But anyways, they were they were saying, "Oh, these people are commies," so they were on the hunt. So they had the humans brainwashed into believing that these other humans were their enemies, when in reality they weren't.
Right.
Shaq says, "Imagine wearing those glasses in a Kingdom Hall." Yo, forget about it.
Bro, you start shanking people left and right.
Okay, Jeff says, "Yeah, communism was a huge part of the social commentary behind the movie." Yeah, okay. You see, that makes sense because when he said that, I was like, oh snap. But you see that's why I don't like sometimes when people label people like that, communist, extremist, racist. It's because you don't really know. Let me make that opinion on my own if they are what you say they are. But you're not gonna just brainwash me into believing that they are some way. And then,
well, a lot of people, that's easy for a lot of people to do that, to go based off that.
Because they don't think for themselves. That's the thing. They just don't know.
Yeah.
They just don't know. Yeah, that's why that movie was amazing. It was crazy. I have a clip to show you. Okay, so all right, I'll play the trailer of the movie so people could get a little insight into what it is, and then I have a clip to show you.
Okay.
Freaking crazy, and it fits so well into today.
Okay.
I don't know how many times we're gonna say that, but it's just the truth. It's crazy. Tony, get back on. Yo, how you click off? Okay, I put the link in the description just in case. I'll play this for you guys. Okay,
the hole in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You got the potholes. They can escape wherever they want, wherever. Yo, especially when we found out that Walmart has the symbol of. Listen.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
I
I'm
can't.
like,
I can't stop.
Exactly. It's like once you wake up, you just can't. It's a slippery slope. You fall into that sometimes. Yep.
Is that it was funny because everything was happening below them, right below them.
Yeah, you'll never know. Oh, when the black guy tells him, "Hey, man, leave it alone. It's none of your business, none of my business. I got a wife and I got kids. Like, don't bring me into that." That is a yellow hat. When we were discussing with Jimmy, they don't want to see nothing, hear nothing. They want to put their heads in the sand and say, "Leave it alone," because we have things to lose. We have a family, we have kids. We cannot afford to get into this mess, because once the eye is on you, like the freaking Lord of the Rings, when the eye is on you, you're dead. And that's basically what it is. As soon as she was like, "I have one that can see," like, why are you snitching? Because they want to get you, they want to catch you. And that's why they censor us, because they don't want us talking about it. So they're gonna censor you, they're gonna deplatform you, they want to get rid of you, whatever means that they can. And what's the number one thing that they always do? And I have noticed this, they always want to slap a sexual assault case on somebody who they're trying to silence, because that is like red line.
Mm-hmm.
That's where everybody says, okay, this guy is no good. He sexually assaulted somebody, or he raped somebody, or yada yada. And it's like, doesn't it make you wonder why they always use the same playbook with these people? Like, it does. Like, what are they all sexual like predators or something? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
wouldn't put it past that they make some shit up just to make it seem worse or look worse. And I'm not saying like, I'm talking about like just trying to break you down as much as possible. Like, let's say they're trying to get you and you have no dirt. I'm sure they will throw you under the bus some way, somehow.
Yeah, they'll make it up. But then that waters down the charge, though, because now we're not gonna believe a sexual predator when he really presents himself, because we've been conditioned all.
Yeah, they don't care. It's a big payoff. It's a big payoff for someone else.
And I think that's a problem, because now you've watered down the word so much that it's not going to mean nothing to us. What's that called?
And it happens so much. You see it so much now.
Desensitize. That's the word. They desensitize us to it, because before, back in the day, when you would hear something like that, everybody would be like, "Oh my God, he did what?" And it was a thing. You hear that now, you're like, he probably didn't even do it. Like,
I'm not surprised after everything.
Yeah. Probably true. And then you have other people who are like, "Oh, I don't care. I'll still vote for him." You're like, what? Like, no. Like, you don't even care to look into it? Because that's how desensitized you are? No, stop it. Wow, yeah. So this was fun. And mira me. Okay, 5 minutes left on the clock for this stream before we go to the next studio. I wanted to show you this clip that they shared in the the big picture on X on Twitter. And I invited you, Tony, to the group chat with Jimmy and all these people.
Yes.
So look what they shared. And this is from Alex Jones, which I love him. Okay, watch, Tony.
The Oscar winners give a press conference, and how to buy a sailboat.
I guess my feeling at this point in time is maybe we need to be completely a little bit more scary for the public.
Especially with the Delta variant, which is the hardiest and most contagious variant we've seen to date. We need all the protection that we can get. That's why the vaccines are so effective.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
We've got to get them vaccinated, and hopefully they will do it willingly.
I think we really need to make it clear that there are privileges associated with being an American.
We have to be more blunt. We have to be more forceful.
If you do not want to get vaccinated, you can work from home. You can homeschool your children. You can shop online. So where is this coming from? People saying, I'm now being forced to be vaccinated.
If you want to travel, you better go get that vaccine.
You should be wearing masks even when you are vaccinated if you are indoors.
If you wish to have these privileges, you need to get vaccinated.
We have to say something coming out, you don't get vaccinated, you're going to die. I mean, let's just be really blunt to these people.
Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated.
You've always thought you couldn't wear press-on nails because of all the active things you do? Recolored in 7 luscious hues. Just...
Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced
Look,
state of
that's the guy. You don't see him sitting there?
Yeah, I just recognize him now. That's him.
There is a war on for your mind. Our signal has reached more than 2 billion people. But the enemy is now aware of the fact that we've broken through and are moving to block us on every front. The only way you're going to be able to see our videos and articles is to visit Infowars.com itself and hand share the videos and articles to everyone you know. The signal is getting through and is exposing and defeating the globalist when we're able to get it through. But they're admittedly expanding their operations to suppress us, so only you can boost the signal. Only you can defeat the globalist. We're in this together. I salute you for your work, and I ask all of you to redouble your efforts.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are resistance.
I've got the ultimate 360 win for you, the great viewers and listeners of InfoWars. If you go to the AlexJonesStore.com, you can sign up for free.
Okay, so how did you like that?
Oh, that was good. That was real good.
Really good. I was like, yo, Alex Jones, when I realized who Alex Jones was and just like everything that he's started out his career and everything, I was like, why didn't they try to kill this guy a long time ago? You know what I mean? Like, if they always do that with people, like how you showed me that clip about that guy on Instagram and he had like a mysterious death, or same thing with JFK, another mysterious, cover up. It's like all these other people, but then you have certain people like Alex Jones, and I know that everybody has a different opinion about him, that these are feds or infiltrators themselves or whatever. I don't know.
I was going to say, how do you know they're not?
Exactly, 50-50. I'm telling you, I take everything with 50-50. Maybe he is controlled operations, or maybe he's a fed himself. I don't know.
I mean, they could wake up within themselves too, and one day be like, "Yo, this is like crazy," and change their mind or something. You never know.
And when they do that, will you forgive them? Will people forgive? You see what I'm saying? There's no forgiveness.
That's God. It's all God, not me. God.
Okay. For example, like Tucker Carlson, he was in the media, and okay, so Tucker Carlson was a anchor on Fox News. Tucker Carlson.
Is he black?
No. Let me show you. Maybe if you see his face, you'll know who he is. Tucker Carlson.
ABC, or you said Fox?
Fox News. This guy, you know him. One of the biggest commentators.
I can't see, but
him.
He's not ringing a bell, but okay.
Damn. Okay. Don't worry, everybody. We're still doing work on King Tony. She's finally waking up, and this is the process. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So Tucker Carlson was a news anchor for forever on Fox News, like the nightly news, conservative commentator.
The Fox News is on Channel 5, no?
I don't know. I don't watch TV.
I watch ABC.
No. You better stop doing that right now. You better not watch another second of ABC.
Okay.
Listen. So, anyways, he's a conservative commentator. He's in all the the conventions, the AmFest, yada yada. He's a big name in the political world. Okay.
Mhm.
Before, he used to be on the Fox News, and he was paid to say what they wanted him to say. And then when he wasn't following along, he got fired from Fox News, and that was like a year ago. He was huge. He got fired. He started his own channel on X, and that's when Elon already bought it, and he was giving them a platform. So he has his own show like on YouTube and on X, which is good. We should have a free market that allows people freedom of speech to
Right.
say whatever he wants to say. So that's how I felt about Tucker. Before, he was controlled. He was paid to say what he says. Now he's not getting paid, and yet he's still saying the same thing, and he goes even further, right? Like that's somebody that I can trust a little bit. Because then when I did research about Tucker, his connections, where he came from, his family, it's like when you start digging into people,
Mhm.
he has a lot of connections to CIA. And then that's when I was like, oh, he's a Fed. But then, like you said, what if he did wake up himself and he changed? Are we willing to forgive a Tucker Carlson? Like that type of a character? I don't know.
I mean, what would be the point of someone coming and faking that? Like, what would be the point?
Because remember when we were talking about the hats, right? The orange hats are people who need a trusted source on the screen to tell them the truth, or else they won't believe it, right? Like a Thomas in the Bible. They're not going to believe it until they see it. So they use people like Tucker to have decades and decades of people's trusts in their living rooms, so that when Tucker comes out and he says something insane, they'll believe it because it's Tucker. That's how I believe that Tucker is kind of that puppet for orange hats. But for white hats, you see, that's where I'm like, would they trust a Tucker? I don't think so, because of all his CIA connections.
Because
He has a lot of
he's
connections.
easily bought. I mean, at the end of the day, whether he's saying the truth or not, that doesn't mean anything more. Like, he's just saying what he's saying. Don't take it farther. But I don't know. It's a risky thing, I guess.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, are we willing to forgive people in this industry who were a part of it? They take themselves
I would say you take it with a grain of salt. You take bits and pieces that you feel like you can trust, and the other you just get, you don't deal with it like that.
Right. So that's what I mean by the trust in the personas on the media.
Yeah.
Who claim to be like reformed, or that they're exposing the deep state when they used to be a part of it at one time. Like somebody can argue that they were a part of the club, now they say that they're not. Are we willing to forgive and believe? I don't know. But it is something good to think about, you know what I'm saying? Because they say the same thing about Anderson Cooper. You know who that is, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, I know who that is.
Well, he's the equivalent of Anderson Cooper, but for Fox. Anderson is CNN, so they're like the equivalent.
Yeah, but I don't believe a word that comes out that man's mouth.
Exactly, which is what I'm saying, right? Now, for example, what if Anderson Cooper woke up one day and said, I'm going to expose the deep state, I was a part of it, yada, yada. Are you going to believe in Anderson Cooper? Are we going to forgive Anderson Cooper for everything he's done and said on the news these past 4 or 5 years? Or 10 years?
That's what I was trying to say. Like, let's say he did do that. What would he get from losing everything?
I don't know.
Just to tell the truth.
I don't know. It's just I'm brainstorming with you. I don't know.
I'm just saying, if you think about it, like, for people who continue to say, "Oh, he's a Fed," or "He's this," do you know what would be their point or their purpose to fake this whole, "Oh, I'm not in the deep state," or you know what, I can tell you guys clues. What's the point for them to do that?
So that you don't trust whatever they're saying now.
You mean the government
and everybody, like they want to make it seem as if these people, flopped over, turned over, and now they're exposing this truth or that truth, but they want you to doubt and say, oh, like he's a Fed. Like it could go both ways. It can be a genuine turnaround, and people believe it. Say, "Oh wow, you know he's."
Oh,
he's
I understand. Like I got it now. Okay.
And now I'm thinking the other 50% of people saying, "Nah, chill. He's still a Fed. He's lying to us," and they're gonna start defending the establishment without even knowing it.
What benefit does he get from lying? Period. If he's lost his job, he's losing these things. You know what I'm saying? If you're stating that he has lost things, and despite that, he still says the same thing.
Well,
I'm not saying, yeah, it's a 50-50 thing, but I'm trying to understand why would they focus on the Fed part?
Like I'm telling you, because they want to discredit everything that they're saying as if it's not true. Maybe, and what if it is? And people are disregarding it because of that stumbling block. But
I don't know. I feel like that's you're closing off. Like you just got to be open-minded, I guess. Whether because if anything, wouldn't you believe them if they was in it and they experienced it? Wouldn't you believe it more?
That's a good point. I would.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
but the only problem I have is because either way, they still making money. So it can be accused of like being a grifter or whatever, a shill or whatever you want to call them. Because they're still getting money and they're still involved in politics. So they still have a huge influence in politics, especially with the new administration and stuff like that. Same thing with Elon. Like Mr. M says, how everybody has been telling us about Elon. When I used to think he was one of the good guys, if that even exists. I kind of thought
honestly, I never viewed him as a good guy, but that's just me personally.
Yeah. So it's something to think about, right? Something to think about.
Yeah.
So it's 9:00 now. We're gonna move on to the next studio. I'm gonna put the link. So
Sounds
join me
good.
there because we're gonna talk about a bunch of other drama and stuff, and about a certain XJW YouTuber. We're gonna talk a little bit about him, his video, and give our opinions about political differences, which it kind of leads into a nice segue into that. How can we have a balanced view on political differences?
All right.
All right.
See you there.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Meet you in the next studio.
I'm a gun throwing patriot, God being patriot. Pricing why they mad, cause I'm really Navy faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun token patriot, God being patriot. Pricing why they mad, cause I'm really Navy faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it.
All red MAGA flags waving through the South like we just want 4 more years. Democrats can't get right. Trumping with that Yeezy flow. Don't go broke on Sleepy Joe. Make America great again.